Hi, I love you. If you're here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's do this. Virgo, you thought I wasn't gonna show up for you. How? That is fucking impossible, especially when it comes to my Virgo baby. I love you so much. I'm right here. It's your day. Let's have a really yummy, nourishing deep breath in. Let it all go. So if we want to carry on with the Virgos on Wednesdays, it's gonna have to be live around this time before I set off and do real life stuff. I hope that's okay. If that's okay, let me know. If we're good, let's carry on this way. I think it's realistically the best way that I can do this. So if you appreciate it, do hit thumbs up button, do subscribe. Virgo, there's a full moon that's happening at the end of the month before we even get into the month of June, and you just need to know how this new moon is activating just fun and passion into your life. This full moon, my apologies, is one about adventure. There are philosophical, deep, late night conversations. There is the kind of fun that you may have had back in the 2000s. There is a lot of love available. There are really good people that are just surrounding you right now, Virgo. Hello, everybody. Welcome. There is just so much fun to be had right now, Virgo, and you deserve all of it. So make sure you are so fully present. This full moon, like I said, at the end of the month is really encouraging you to just have fun, get out, do things that you normally wouldn't do, have those deep late night philosophical conversations with those real people, those real ones. Virgo, I feel like this is just a period of a good time for you this year, with it being fire horse year and this being the full moon in Sagittarius. I just want you to anticipate the kind of level of fun that I'm talking about here. This is like once in a lifetime kind of situations that are playing out. The key for this full moon is expansion, is adventure, is expecting the very best of the very best, Virgo. What you find in this energy, Virgo, is that a lot of the good things that you have done in the past are really coming through for you in bountiful abundance, Virgo. What you need to understand, right? People don't get it, and especially in a time like this where like people may think that there is some form of control that's happening over society, but what I really need you to remember is that you are the only control. You are the source. You are setting out the picture, the video, the imagery that is playing out in your life. And right now, the more you focus in on keeping your karma clean, the more that you focus in on being kind, the more you focus in on doing the good works, this is what life looks like, Virgo. And it's such a privilege to work with this energy in particular and be part of this energy where you know your first natural instinct is to do the right thing. So Virgo, all of those times, all of those situations where you did the right thing and you showed up in ways that were really helpful for others, this is now showing back up for you, Virgo. This is coming through in bountiful abundance. There are so many wins that are coming through for you right now, Virgo. And all it is taking for you to do is to receive, to attract. Don't chase. Don't chase right now, Virgo. Trust me, Virgo. Don't chase nobody. Don't chase no thing. Don't chase nothing. Let it come to you, Virgo. I think there... Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. This could be something coming in, bringing a whole bunch of goods, Virgo. Look, there is a new phase that you're going through, especially when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to love, especially when it comes to the part of you that was created for you before you even got here, because ultimately we were all created in pairs. There are golden doors that are opening for you right now, Virgo. There are opportunities that are opening up for you right now that are saying to you, listen, if you can accept, if you can receive, if you can allow, and if you can just hold on to that very good karma that we were talking about, if you can operate from a place like that, Virgo, can we just talk about this relationship? Can we just talk about this golden door that is opening up for you right now? Can we just talk about how When you're with the wrong people, you get ugly, you get fat, you lose your money, everything doesn't work for you. But when you're with the right person, when you're with the right people, do you see how golden doors, opportunities left, right, and center just open up for you? You look beautiful again. You're having fun again. You know, you're taking care of you again. There is a abundant, bountiful income for good deeds you've already done, for good energy you already put out, for high vibrations that you really got to maintain. There is a union, a partnership. Now, some of you are already in this union. Some of you have recently met someone who you just know is so good for you. And if you haven't met anyone yet, they're about to come into your life. This person, however, is the person that you're supposed to be with, because the opportunities that show up, you yourself getting better when this person shows up, it feels right. Everything just clicks into place. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll know. And here's the thing, Virgo. You gotta hit the thumbs up button to claim the message, otherwise it slips through your fingers. You're helping me out here because I'm helping you out. That's the only way it works. And if you can't do that, you can leave. I can't be any more obnoxious, because you know what? It's one of those things where I've had to like really witness a whole bunch of dumbasses creating a whole bunch of stupidness in the world sphere dynamic, and I'm kind of at that point now where it's like, I really don't care about those people, but one thing I'm not allowing is anybody to do wrong by me, or for me to have to suffer for anybody else. So if you wish to claim the message, if you wish to claim the benefits of this reading, karma is so freaking real. The energy that you bring here is the energy that you take away with you, and that's just it. That's absolutely just it. So receive the messages. You've got to have hit the thumbs up button. You have got to be subscribed. And that's just how it works. Because you know what? Some of us are actually living out our dreams. Some of us are actually out here being the ones that are doing the work and creating the goods. There's no point in me putting these messages out for people that will not respect how energy works. Karma is a cycle. Do you know what I mean? So just putting that out there. There is this other thing, Virgo, that if I'm out here using my energy to help you and you're not helping me, we're not doing this anymore. And that's just how it is. I could care less. I actually could care less. And I think, Virgo, after a really long time of being that person who was doing everything for everyone, you're not that person anymore. Frankly speaking, I could care less. I could actually care less now. But the thing is that if you're in my space, and if you are here to receive the benefits from me, and if I'm out here helping you and you're not helping me, ciao. Ciao. It's like one of those things. There have been 2 examples in my life this week where actually there were four recent examples of people that I may have been really willing to help before, or to overlook their shortcomings, and they just irked me so much now. And it's almost like people will be out here, they don't even meditate, yet they'll claim to have this like spiritual powers, which is so fucking bullshit. It's so fake, it's so full of shit. And that's why I cannot be obnoxious enough. I really cannot be obnoxious enough, because I know where I channel this energy from. I know what I do to get this information. I know who I have to be, what I can't eat, who I can't sit with, what I can't do. That's high level discipline, right? Just to make sure that I can maintain the level of frequency that I need to connect to source to be able to receive these messages. And if people are not sitting in that same level of vibration, they cannot be here to sponge off of me and my energy anymore, just to take without leaving a single freaking like. Get the fuck out of here. Because let's be honest, my energy isn't here to feed a whole bunch of people, but those who are there for me, I am there for them. And that's just how it works. I could care less. I really could care less. If people leave that are literally just here to siphon and harvest energy, that's not a loss. That's a freaking win. They can leave. Like, I could care less about them. But if you want to be here, and if you want to receive the benefits of these messages, and if you've not hit that thumbs up button, if you've not hit the like button, none of this applies to you. Absolutely none of this applies to you. You get no benefits from me whatsoever. I cut the cords of that and made every single evil eye on me go freaking blind. I could care less. Been the person, been there, done that, doing all the best things. And when these golden doors are opening up for people, Virgo, let me just be honest with you. There's going to be a whole bunch of leeches that are going to want to siphon your energy because they're not doing the work. They will lie in your face and they will say that we meditate, and they sit there with their dodgy Reiki doing all these like blah 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 hand signals trying to siphon people's energy. Like, get the fuck out of here. That shit doesn't work. There are so many people that I feel like these days are riding on this banana boat of tomfoolery, thinking that there's something, but they're literally creating and contributing more bullshit in the earth. I'm so sick and tired of people that have voted for like dumbass politicians, and then they come here and they try and act like they're so spiritually evolved when they're really dumb as shit. Like, who's got the patience for that? If you are someone, and please leave me a comment right now, if you've been able to see through, especially the political nonsense that's been going on in the world, if you are someone who has been able to see through the facade of fucking nonsense, yet there are still people in your surrounding that are actually voting for this kind of shit, that are actually out here living with this lazy, entitled, I don't owe the world nothing kind of energy. Like, what? No, 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 no. And this is why I'm here saying, you know what? Get your edge up. Don't tolerate this nonsense anymore. If you are here for a reason. If you are here listening to me, that's because you resonate with the frequency that I am putting out. I am such a disciplined person. I'm not sitting with the blah, blah, blah nonsense riffraff. I don't watch television. I don't watch media. None of that nonsense influences me whatsoever. I don't eat meat. Do you know what I mean? That's a level of purity that is represented by Virgo. Now, if there are people out here that are totally contaminated, completely contaminated with the filth that is available to them in the market, like eating pork or eating God knows what kind of dirty stuff, right? And then they want to come here and act privileged, act so freaking privileged, like they've got a right to this information. Let me be the one to tell you, as a Virgo woman, a she, a her, no one has access to this information without being big-hearted enough to know that there is someone who's genuinely been out here helping you for 8 years, and if you can't help them back, trust me, this information is not for you. Call it snobbery, call it Virgo pettiness, call it whatever the fuck you want. This is Virgo right here. 100% real Virgo lady right here. No pork, no jabs. This is my person. Who's this person? The Storytime Kitchen. That's my person right there. Salute. I was coming here thinking, oh my God, I don't have the energy for this, but I love how you guys just energized me up. All right, should we carry on with the reading? That rant had to happen. Where were we at, Virgo? Do you see that good karma? Do you see how operating from that place? Do you see how operating from that place of being in that energy of I'm not stepping on nobody else's toes. If somebody else steps on mine, that's on them. But me maintaining that good karma, look where it's put that. Look. Look where that's put you. There are golden doors opening. And you know what? The help that you need has so arrived. That help that you've wanted has so been there. And you know what? It comes in the form of love. It comes in the form of golden opportunities, golden doors opening up for you that are expecting you to walk straight through them. And you know what? This is stuff that you've earned. This is stuff that you deserve. This is stuff that you have worked your ass off for. However, there is someone else here. Someone who is holding up. Someone who is holding a cup up for you. Someone who's there, equally yoked, not someone that you're going to have to suffer and struggle just to be with. Virgo, there are opportunities that may feel different to you. And when they come through, and the way that they come through, just trust that if you are to go with it, if you are to look beyond the disappointment. And Virgo, let's talk about this disappointment. Let's just talk about this analysis paralysis, almost, I want to say. Look, I'm going to be 100% honest. I'm going to be 100% clear with you. There was a great shift that happened when Jupiter moved signs, right? When Jupiter moved into Cancer, shit changed. There is this, sorry, when Jupiter moved into Gemini, the shift happened, shit changed. There was this previous story that had kind of expired that you may have been running on that is kind of got you a little bit hooked, focused in on the loss. Loss, grief is a natural process. It's a natural part of life. If there are no lows, we can't appreciate the highs. And let's be honest with ourselves. Enough of us are experienced enough to know what a cyclical cycle of life looks like. It's the inevitable up and down of life. There is somewhere where you're really going to have to look past things that have disappointed you. You're really going to have to look past the things that you have felt like were losses. You're going to really have to look beyond all of the things that, you know, just don't exist in your life anymore. And where you're going to have to look now, Virgo, is within you. You're going to have to look so far within you, because what you got within you is more than enough to get you exactly where you need to go. You don't need a reading. You don't need a tarot reader. You don't need a freaking course to buy from no one. You are it. Okay? You are all of it. You've already got the answer. You already know. Right? The only thing here is get your attention off of the losses of the past, because you can't take the experiences, the losses of the past into your future with you now. High Priestess. Do you see where we're going with this? You're going to have to let go and surrender a lot of things that you may have been holding on to, where your focus may have been. Because you know what, Virgo, here's this thing. You've lived enough. You've got knowledge enough. You've got experience enough to know that you can look at someone and you can listen to something and know if it is bullshit or if it is real. The thing with this is, Virgo, the information you've got access to, you're really going to have to honor that. You're really going to have to sit in the between the black and the white of life, right? Really connected into the elements, not connected into the media, not connected into what's happening in society. You're really going to have to focus. Take that focus that was on the external, now bring it back in, find what you need to get you to where you need to go to, because Virgo, with the High Priestess energy here, you already got the knowledge. And it's about you remembering. It's about you tapping in. It's about you clocking in to where that experience got you, where all of that knowledge has got you, and how you're out here living on a higher octave because you're really honoring what's right. And you know what, Virgo? Honor what's right. Do the right thing. Really, Virgo, just do the right thing. Trust me on this one. The higher frequency you're operating on right now, Virgo, the better it gets. I cannot emphasize this enough. This is a time of receiving. This is a time of things coming in. This is a time of partnerships and pairings that are actually really working out for you in a really good way. Now, what that means for you is all of the opportunities and all of the doors opening are an inevitable change. Virgo, you are mutable earth. You, out of majority of the signs, needs to be more accustomed to handling change. There has been somewhere that you have been focused on a loss. Whatever the loss was, please know that whatever God takes from you, he replaces with something better. If you're the person who has done the spiritual work enough, if you are the person who is grateful enough to God to actually appreciate what you're here for. Now, what you're here for, if you hadn't already known, is that you've got a spiritual edge. And there's an evolution that's taking place within you that is saying the attention that you may have focused on the losses, you're going to have to pull that back in. You're going to have to pull that back in. Because what you're now going into is a phase of you creating from the inside out, not a phase of you creating from the outside in. And you know what that takes? A lot of confidence. It takes a lot of courage. It says that there is somewhere where you're really going to have to, I was going to say solar plexus. You're so freaking lucky. Keep your karma clean. The goodness, the money, the abundance that is coming in bountiful abundance. And bountiful. Now, if you wish to receive this message, you've got to hit the thumbs up button. Otherwise, it slips through your fingers. If you have hit that thumbs up button, look what's here coming for you. This is that bountiful abundance, Virgo. This is money for generations. This is never having to worry about money ever again in your life. This is the result of good karma. This is the result of good karma. Brianna, hi baby. This is the result of good karma. This is the result of big money. Oh, look at this. The Empress. Abundance, 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 abundance. There is just so much money here. The Knight of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. So, you are in this Sun in Gemini energy. Happy Gemini season, everyone. Gemini season for Virgo is, I think, one of the best seasons for Virgo outside of Virgo season. I say this because there is this speed to things. There is this need to keep busy. There is this need to really focus in on what you're doing, how you're doing it, using all of this excessive mental energy, putting that towards your speed and your pace, and moving forward in a very sure-footed, confident kind of way. So Virgo, what you find, the more that you take your attention off of whatever the loss was, the more that you're willing to now go inside, knowing that you're creating from the inside out, relying on the experience that you've already attained up to now. Please trust that this experience that you've had is going to lead to the abundance coming in. This comes in when you are sitting in the energy of abundance. You are the harvest season. This is what abundance is, right? When the fruits are ready to eat, when the crop is ready, what is that? That's abundance, because that you go then and sell and you get your trade and you get your gold coins from it. You moving forward and the need to move forward while the sun is in Gemini is gonna be a version of you that is fiery, that is charismatic, that is confident, that is so dynamic. The more you're willing to race through, these golden doors that are opening for you right now, the more willing and confident and charismatic and charming that you're willing to be, there is an energy here that is bringing forward abundance. These are offers, Virgo. You will soon see there are invitations, there are job offers, there are forms, there are ways, different ways of making money that are now that are now available to you, Virgo. The only thing is, with this Nine of Wands and this Eight of Swords, I just want to say, I like that. There is this Nine of Wands and this Eight of Swords energy, and for me what this is really saying, look, as these gold coins come in, as these pennies from heaven start raining down on you, the more in charge, the more charismatic, the more dynamic, the more you're sitting in the knowing that you've got more than enough experience to literally take your focus off of what was lost. And you know what, Virgo, I'm gonna say it, it has to be said, it is now. The time is now. Virgo, the time is now. You have to set yourself free. You've been playing way too small for way too long. You gotta set yourself free now, Virgo, because this imaginary limitation, holding yourself back, fearful of what's out there, you're not running that program anymore. You can't. Gemini season is gonna be proof, is gonna be freaking proof of how there are certain things that you can't go back to because they are not who you are. You've changed. You got to embrace that change, and you got to accept that the limitations that you had imposed on yourself before don't resonate anymore. They're not who you are anymore. They're not serving any functions anymore. You have to set yourself free. Set yourself free from all of the limitations that you may have posed on yourself. Set yourself free from all of the things that may have been imposed on you, even that you took to your heart, right? All of the gaslighting that may have happened when you were a kid, or all of the people that have seen you and they get jealous and then they talk you out of your blessings. You can't. You got to put one step in front of the other and you got to run. Not even walk. Gemini season. Fire horse energy. You got to run, Virgo, and no one's better equipped than you to do this. However, as you begin to shift your perspective, you will notice your energy levels. They may need recharging. Please don't see your blessings as burdens. Don't do that. If you're tired, take a rest. If you're exhausted, respect your own boundaries and get your shut eye as and when you need it. But please be grateful for the safety that you've created for yourself by working your ass off to attain all of these things that provide a safety barrier between you and the rest of the world. Virgo, this is so time for you to be grateful. This is so the time for you to be so freaking grateful for all of the blessings and abundance that is coming through in your life, that is literally putting you on a seat of privilege. With this full moon, you see bountiful abundance come in. With this full moon, you see the coming together of two equally yoked cups. With this full moon, you find a golden doors opening up for you. With this full moon, you are being asked to look beyond the loss and to focus on what is still within you. With this full moon, you will be asked to really reconnect with your intuition, your inner knowing, the knowledge, the experience, everything that you have obtained up until now. When this money comes in, Virgo, keep it to yourself, please. When this Virgo gets mighty rich and is sitting on the Empress throne, don't let it be because you told anyone. Let it be because you stayed quiet and you let everybody watch. Okay? In this time between now and this full moon on the 31st, Virgo, move. Keep going, Virgo. There's so much to be done. There's so much excessive energy within your body right now. And Sun in Gemini is saying exactly that. We're in a mutable season with a mutable full moon. The excessive energy is going to literally be running through you like a stimulant. Gold coins trickling in, Virgo. Please remain grateful for each and every single thing that you consider a burden, or you consider heavy, or you consider like hard work, because literally speaking, it is what is creating a safety blanket for you to get away from the world from and use as a protective shield, right? Virgo, we can't be running this program no more. We can't be running this program no more. There is something here that is saying set yourself free. Set yourself absolutely free, Virgo. Can we just look at this? This is a massive, abundant week for you. There's a lot of money to be made here. And please know that you sitting on that throne of eliteness that is Virgo. And you know what? Let them get jealous. I could care less. I really could care less. They get so jealous when I read for you, Virgo. They get so freaking jealous when I read for you, Virgo. Because they ain't magic like that. They ain't got it like that. They ain't all that. Again. Your energy is so potent right now, Virgo. Your energy is so potent. And literally, do yourself a favor, Virgo, and meditate, please. Not fake meditation, where you're saying you're meditating, but you're not really meditating and it's showing. Can you actually take a minute out, go sit in nature and go and connect with Source Creator? You know, the Lord of the Worlds, the one who created all of this. Connect. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to go through, I just want to do some magical messages from the fairies before we move into Virgo and each sign. And I'll put a romance card as well as a Rider-Waite. I just want some messages from the magical fairies because I really love this deck. And these are so upfront, honest messages, just like me. Alright, what does Virgo need to know? Magical fairies. What does Virgo need to know? Everything's okay. Don't worry, it's all working out in a beautiful way. How nice is that? Everything is more than okay. Everything is working out in a beautiful way. And I like how there is a need for everyone to just focus in on that feeling. Like, hey, you know what? This is that season where everything is legit A-okay. Do some research on whom do you need to forgive. As you release all anger or resentment, you will find that your wishes come true. This is the Five of Cups. Virgo, there are people you need to forgive and forget. There are situations that may have happened in the past that you really can't take forward with you into the future because you need to forgive it. And I've said to everyone else, and I'll say it to you too, Virgo, you're big enough to hear this. Forgiveness isn't about anyone else. Forgiveness is 100% about you. And you know what? How long are you going to hold on to certain grudges? Because it's eating away at you. Let it go. Forgive them. Maybe they didn't know better. Forgive them maybe because they're not good. Whatever it is, it's not your problem. You're moving forward and you've got to release. Especially when it comes to old anger and resentment. Because that is where, that's the only thing that's literally standing in between you and your wishes coming true. Do some research. You need more information about the situation and look further before proceeding. The other thing I love about Gemini season is that it's all about the intellect. There's so much information that's available to you right now, Virgo. You can literally tap in and get more information, access to more information than you probably would have been able to for the other remaining parts of the year. Children. Your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. Do you know how important this is for you, Virgo? We're in this time where a lot of tomfoolery, how is it even 2026? There's so much ignorant, dummy nonsense that's out there in the world right now. And the media has, and politics and the government has everything to do with it. Now, there are people that are predicting that the internet isn't really going to survive this tomfoolery that's going on. My advice to everyone would be prepare yourself for a time where the internet isn't as available as it has been. Now, this might actually be a good thing because what did I read this morning? There are people getting arrested for retweeting tweets, which for me is just it's an invitation to get off of social media. The more you're willing to go back to your community, and this is what this season is about, the more you're willing to go back into your people, go back into your physical community, the more influence you will have. A lot of you know too much not to be teaching others. A lot of you would serve really, really well if you are to teach kids, if you are to get involved in your community, to teach adults, to teach whoever, whatever. A lot of you are way, way, way too smart not to put that education of experience, that education of experience that you've got. I love that. I've got no social media either, not in my I've got no social media. I'm not on Facebook. I'm not on Instagram. For me, Instagram is the devil's playground, and the kind of people that get success out of that crap, it just says a lot about them. I'm not saying that YouTube is any better, but all I know is that you're not going to find me on Snapchat, or you're not going to find me on what's the other one? Twitter. No. This is making magic out in the real life. And part of the reason why I've been so busy also is because there's so much going on in my real life that involves this very education that we're doing here. Now, it's like I said earlier, Virgo, if you thought I would leave you behind, that's never going to happen in a million years, right? But there is work that needs to be done out in the real world, not only for you, but for me too. And some of the other Virgos I know are doing exactly that. You know too much. And children and your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. A lot of you may actually need to do some research on teaching careers. A lot of you might actually need to go into creating your own schools. A lot of you might actually need to go into creating your own tuition centers, your own nurseries. The point here is, with the state of the world right now, with people acting out in any which way they want to act out in, people that have access to solid information, people that have been doing the work for a really long time, need to get out there. Holiday. The answer you're looking for can be found during a vacation retreat or a holiday getaway. Virgo, I think you're gonna need to go on holiday also. I feel like all of this hard work, connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. So Virgo, get out and go on holiday, please. Go outside, go on holiday. And please do some research on how you have to surrender your resentment and anger so that your wishes can come true, as well as what it would mean for you if you decided to volunteer or help or start a new career helping children. But ultimately, Virgo, everything is okay. Everything is okay. And I like that. Just stay elite, Virgo. Should we go into the signs? Should we start with Virgo and Aries? Alright, Virgo and Aries, what do they need to know? If anyone would like to timestamp these, that would be brilliant. I'm going to pull one from the Rider-Waite and one from the Romance Angels by Doreen Virtue. Let's get Virgo and Aries. That's the Ace of Swords. That for me is triumph. That for me is a new beginning. That for me is a voice of reason. That for me is saying that there is somewhere where there need to be clear lines of communication. That for me is saying there is something that is super triumphant, super victorious. That for me is saying, speak honestly, there is new communication, there is a message that you might receive, there is action-oriented movement that might be taking place right now between Aries and Virgo. What else is going on? This just for me is screaming triumph. It is screaming win. It's screaming like, hi, heart-to-heart conversations. Listen, this is communication. In Gemini season, there are heart-to-heart conversations that are taking place. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Virgo and Aries, it's time for you to have a chat. It's time for you to just, I think, be triumphant in this conversation. I think it's really important for you to honestly discuss your feelings with each other. And I feel like the more willing you are to be as open with each other as possible, it's triumph. I just see victory. I just see victory. Hi, it's so good to see you, Hassan. All right, okay. Virgo and Taurus. The Nine of Cups. Virgo, there is this real action of you putting yourself in the center of this relationship now. I feel like you having done the hard work on the self, taking boundaries and treating them with respect, taking your emotional fulfillment and putting that as pinnacle, has put you in the center of this relationship. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Virgo and Taurus, I feel like there is something here where the two of you, Virgo, after you feeling better emotionally, I feel very much before this full moon, you might be coming into communication with this Taurus. It's happening, something's happening very soon, Virgo, and it has a lot to do with your emotional contentment. Virgo and Gemini. What does Virgo and Gemini need to know from me? The Hanged Man. You guys are at stalemate. Virgo and Gemini, I feel like no one's reaching out, no one's saying anything. And you know what? This might actually be a good time, because it gives you an opportunity to really clarify your mind. It gives you an opportunity to really think. Oh, here we go. Getting to know each other and reconciliation. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Can this be more obvious? After a stalemate, after a no contact situation, after a time phase, a moment, a period of time where both of you may have just been hanging out in your own juices, going no contact, really illuminating yourself, there is a reconciliation that is about to happen. And it just gives you guys the opportunity to deepen bonds and really reveal your innermost selves to each other. So I feel like that's a nice message for Virgo and Gemini. Cancer, Virgo and Cancer. What does... Devil card, 7 of Cups, and the 3 of Swords. All right, Virgo and Cancer. I feel like this is a bit of a toxic relationship. I feel like there's been a lot of lies, a lot of mistruths, a lot of illusionary energy, and it's put you in a bit of a defensive stance. Virgo, if Cancer's really got your back up like that, if they've lied to you, if this has turned into a toxic relationship, a bit of a toxic bond, then Virgo, you've really got to look at what's best for you. You being in a situation where you're wasting your energy, not being able to see the truth of situations, isn't Virgo energy. Virgo, it won't be long before you short circuit if you're in that energy. I feel like there is time. I'm not going to take those. I'm going to take this. Do you see the clouds in the background? It's almost like clear the smoke. Clear the smoke and mirrors. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Virgo, this Cancer could be the one. This Cancerian could potentially be the one. There's a lot of toxic shit that needs clearing out first. And you've really got to decide to yourself whether or not all of this energy is conducive to a healthy relationship, especially when it's saying right out here, this is a toxic bond. It's full of illusions and fantasies. And my problem with this, Virgo, my problem with this relationship, even though this could be the one, is that if they've got your backup, Virgo, if you're in this defensive stance, and I know Virgo's nervous system, right? It's not good for you. Virgo operating from a nervous, anxious place is not Virgo operating to Virgo's full potential. Your electricity, right? This is a block in the circuit. Let's just think about how you need to relax. And that's my serious advice to you, Virgo. If you know that this person is the one, you need to take time out. You really need to work on your nervous system, and you need to decide whether or not a toxic bond that is full of illusion, if that's really what you want for your life, especially if it's got you in a defensive stance. Virgo and Leo. Virgo and Leo, what do you need to know from me? Virgo and Leo. Virgo and Leo. Look. Virgo and Leo. Can you propose already, please? Because this is a new phase in life. And it's very, very emotionally contenting. And you have something to offer this person, or this person has something to offer you. And it's beautiful. I am seeing marriage. I'm seeing someone getting down on their knee. I'm seeing a beautiful ring, and I want an invitation to the wedding. I want to be the bridesmaid. Virgo and Leo. This is a new phase in the relationship, and it's serving. It's so emotionally contenting. There is so much love that is literally spilling out. And Virgo, I feel like you know that there is an offer that you have to make. I'm not going to take any of these because they kind of did that thing. I'll take these two though. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings and finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So the relationship might be too heavily focused on money and work and job, which is great. There is, however, a time that you need to separate for the relationship. New love, Ace of Cups. Virgo and Leo, this could be new love within an existing relationship. This could be a revival of love. This could be, Virgo, you're meeting a brand new Leo. Virgo, there's something very new and something very emotionally contenting about this situation. However, please don't let work get in the way of it, because the more abundant you think you are, the more abundant that translates in your 3D. And we've come far enough to already understand that bit and have it down to a masterful art. Yay! I can't wait. All right, but who's next? Virgo and Virgo. Virgo and Virgo. What does Virgo and Virgo need to know? Virgo and Virgo. does Virgo and Virgo need to know? Virgo and Virgo, sort your head out. There's way too much trauma. There's way too much shit from the past that's ruminating in your mind that you need to clear out. This is a room that needs Palo Santo, that needs sage. It needs clearing out. It needs clearing out. It needs clearing out. Virgo and Virgo, what the fuck are you doing? You're not here to traumatize each other. This is just looking like, why are you not clearing up all of the reasons that life is not functioning? What is that all about? Like, where is it that a heart-to-heart conversation where the both of you honestly discuss your feelings with each other is very necessary? If you need a reading, email me rubyreadstarot@hotmail.com and we can talk pricing and scheduling. Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. What does Virgo and Libra need to know from me? What does Virgo and Libra need to know from me? Virgo and Libra. Virgo and Libra. I'm not going to take any of those. I'm only going to take the one that was upturned. And that was this. The Seven of Cups. There are so many smoke and mirrors. There are so many mistruths. There are so many illusions that are in this relationship at the moment. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of engagement. This is... Okay, listen. If the love life is ascending to a higher level of... what is the word? Commitment. Did you see that? Commitment. What's the word? Commitment. Commitment. All right. Too many smoke and mirrors about the level of commitment that's taking place here. There is transparency that's needed. And for a lot of you, you might be finding that this relationship with Libra is going to the next level. But there needs to be a clearing out of all the falsities, of all the smoke and mirrors, of all of the things that were not real, of all of the things that were hidden, of all of the things that were just not made transparent. Virgo and Libra, there is somewhere where the two of you need to really clarify things. And I feel like a good place to start with that before making any real permanent commitment is to talk about the truth about how you feel about each other. All right, Virgo and Scorpio. That came out so quickly, but I feel like there is a Scorpio that is literally so horny for you, Virgo, and they're literally running. They're literally on their horse and they're running all the way for you. They cannot help themselves. They are like a man possessed or like a woman possessed. They are coming for you, Virgo, because they want you. And they are particularly aroused by everything about you. And it just works for them. So if you're with a Scorpio, please know that this person has an insatiable hunger, an insatiable passion, an insatiable desire for you, Virgo. And it might even make your cheeks flush because the way that this person is moving, it's like they're not taking no for an answer. They're not taking no for an answer. They are running towards you. They are all up in your grill. They could care less about your personal space. They want you. They want all of you. They don't care. They're going to have you. And they're going to do it with a lot of like confidence, a lot of charm, a lot of charisma. They are going to tell me where it is that they want you to be. And I think that's with them. Why is there so many cards jumping out for Virgo and Scorpio? Virgo and Scorpio. One card, please. Ooh, attraction. This person is so attracted to you, Virgo. Oh my gosh. You are attracting romance by enjoying this moment fully. But here you are, Virgo. You could give a damn. You're so focused on yourself. And I think this is what is drawing them in the most. They see that you could care less about them. And they like it. They like it, Virgo. The Scorpio is a freak. All right. Virgo and Sagittarius. the High Priestess and the Empress. I like this. Virgo, someone is putting a lot of respect on your name. This Sagittarius sees you for who you are and what you are. They love how knowledgeable and experienced you are. And they just love how naturally abundant you are. So Virgo, stay elite, stay regal, stay up there, stay on your throne when it comes to this Sagittarius. You have the knowledge. You already know how to handle the situation. The more abundant that you are, the more that you're sitting on your own throne, the more you're really like literally riding through life. Let go of control issues and calling in your soulmate. Oh, I love how this person is your soulmate. Allow the situation to unfold naturally, Virgo. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Virgo, I feel like this Sagittarius is your soulmate, but there is a need for you to let go of control and literally act more from a place of abundance and knowing that the experience that you have, you can trust. You can literally maneuver your way out of the situation if you want to. Okay, Virgo and Capricorn. What does Virgo and Capricorn need to know? There is a Capricorn coming for you with big bucks, with big monies, with big opportunities. There is a Capricorn, Virgo, that is literally riding in on a ship. Literally riding in on a ship. There is a Capricorn riding in on a ship with abundant, bountiful blessings for you, Virgo. When I say abundant, bountiful, you know what I love about Capricorn and Virgo? When these two minds get together, there is no way that these two are not billionaires. Together, Capricorn is bringing in something really abundant for you, Virgo. And it may have been a moment, but you deserve love and you are lovable. And I feel like this Capricorn knows it and they're coming in with the goods. They're literally coming in. They're bringing you the monies, Virgo, because they know you like money. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're a fire. You're an earth sign. We control the material realm. And for a lot of you, understand that money is just a tool and it is always there when you need it. However, it can be used as an expression of love and there is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Virgo and Aquarius, you guys are winning. Virgo and Aquarius, you guys are literally winning together. You are triumphant together. There is something about this victory with this Aquarius that's literally bringing out daddy in you. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Virgo and Aquarius, you guys are literally winning. Virgo and Aquarius, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you guys are literally winning together. This Aquarius is very much in daddy energy, or this Aquarius has very much put you in daddy energy, and it is so worth it because there is so much like divine blessings that are taking place in this relationship, and it's literally just leading the both of you to victory. Virgo and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces. Virgo and Pisces. What do Virgo and Pisces need me to tell them? Virgo and Pisces. This Pisces is gonna get you pregnant. Or you're gonna get this Pisces pregnant. There is so much fertility right now. I'm just gonna take all of them. Codependency, addictions are affecting your romance life. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. You know what I love about Pisces and Virgo couples? And I'm going to kind of scratch this codependency because you know what? Virgo and Pisces just get each other on a level which might for other people look codependent, But you know what? It's like, if you can't depend on the one that you love, if you can't depend on the people that are your family, then who the fuck can you depend on? Like, if there are substances in the relationship, I honestly, with my heart, believe that Virgo and Pisces are spiritually evolved enough to transcend phases within relationships that could potentially be harmful. But knowing that this relationship is now ascending to an even higher level of commitment, the only thing I want to say to you right now, Virgo, with Pisces, is this is such an abundant, fertile, beautiful time for you. Please remain positive in your thinking, and please hold on to faith, because when things are good, this is when we learn the most. When things are bad and we begin practicing things like gratitude or positive thinking or even faith, it's almost forced. Virgo, right now with you and this Pisces, the situation is freaking amazing. This right now is the time where the both of you can transcend human lower vibrational feelings within yourself. And you do that by accepting that this relationship is now going to the next level. But the more willing you are to sit in that faith, the more willing you are to sit in the positive thinking, the more willing you are to accept that this thing, this codependency, can really be healthy dependency if you're willing to operate from a place of absolute abundance yourself. Guys, Virgo, you are so freaking special. You're so beautiful. You're so amazing. Please go out there this week with this particular full moon and remind everyone of how amazing you are. Not for other people, for yourself. Okay? I love you so much. Thank you guys, everyone, for being here. All the thumbs up, all of the love, all of everything. I love you guys so much. Please be so in love with yourself this week, in particular with this full moon. It's all about having fun. Make sure you're out there having all of the fun that you can have. I love you guys so much. Okay, thank you for being here. I shall catch you guys again next Wednesday. Take care.